Hi sweeties, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, The Sweet Life of Mary Kay. I'm Sweet Mary Kay, and y'all, today it is October 22nd, 2021. Not only is it 3 days until my birthday, it is the 1-year anniversary of me becoming an official social worker. So last year on this day, I passed my social work exam and I became licensed on the master level. So I became a licensed master social worker, okay? Put some respect on my credentials. I thought it would just be a good time to kind of recap how the year has gone in the field of social work. Quick story, I became a social worker not on purpose. At community college after graduation as a paralegal, okay? Everybody would be like, you should be a lawyer, you would be so good. And y'all, I did not want to go to school. And so I was like, I want to get me a quick 2-year program that can make me some money without having to go to school for years. And so I enrolled in paralegal. That wasn't for me. I literally changed my major after the first semester and I changed it to general studies because I just did not know what I really wanted to do. I knew I wanted to help people. And y'all, that was also during the era where people on social media was just dropping out of school for full-time ministry. And I just, of course, felt like the Lord told me to do the same. That's a whole nother story. I just knew I wanted to help people. I knew at the time I really did want to do ministry. But I also knew that I felt that I needed some form of education. And so I changed it to general studies. A couple semesters went by and I withdrew from school. I was over it, did not want to go to school, was tired, felt like I've been in school all my life. Okay, I was over it. Fast forward some more, we moved to Mississippi in 2016 and I just felt that summer, a couple months before, like the Lord leading me to go to school and get back in school again. And so I was in church one day during the service, was just sitting there thinking about how churches needed more therapists and counselors and people. Yes, they need the word, absolutely. I'm an advocate of the Bible first and foremost, period, and prayer, all that. But I also know that there was a need for therapists and counselors, and it was prophesied to me. And he said, you know, I don't know what it is, but you're supposed to continue in education. And y'all, I was like, oh my gosh. First of all, prophetic words should confirm. Anyway, this is not even that message. But yes, so I knew the Lord was leading me to go to school. So I enrolled in Hines that when we moved to Mississippi, Hines Community College. I enrolled like on the path of finishing my general studies, and I was going to go into psychology after I finished my associate's degree. Well, I applied to Jackson State University, Jackson State University, for psychology. As I was getting registered and signed up for classes, I ran into a social work professor. And just like any other social work professor and just even faculty that's in another program, you know, they want to recruit you. But when I told him exactly what I wanted to do, which was some form of counseling, he was like, you should think about coming to social work because you do more as a social worker than you can do as a counselor. And y'all, I didn't have that much information about social work. That was not something that I was interested in, and I didn't know about it. And just like many of you, I thought social work was just for social welfare, CPS, APS, stuff like that. I didn't know how broad it was and how much you could actually do with it. And so I listened to him, I changed my major to social work, and I started that program. On the first day of class, I had a professor that was just talking about all the things that we can do, and it was everything I wanted to do, and I knew I was in the right place. So that's a mini story of how I became a social worker. In 2019, I graduated with my Bachelor of Social Work degree at Jackson State University, and then I enrolled into the Advanced Standing Program, and so that allowed me to complete my master's within 1 year. You had to have a certain GPA throughout your social work program, and thankfully I was one of 7 that was accepted into the program. I knew that I wanted to become licensed. My ultimate goal was to become licensed before I walked the stage with my master's degree. And so I would always say I just really want to pass this test before May of 2020. Well, COVID hit and the graduations got put off. Nobody was prepared for what came with the pandemic. So I was not studying for my licensure. I didn't do it. Throughout that year, I knew I wanted to pass my licensure. And so slowly but surely I bought materials, started studying here and there. But it wasn't until August of 2020 that I buckled down and I said, okay, I need to set a date for this licensure exam so that I can study and pass it. One thing about me, as you should know, is that I never had a plan B. It was never if I pass or what happens if I don't pass. It was never that. It was always, I will be Mary Vaughn, licensed master social worker on the first try. That's all I said. Like every time I wrote it out. I was passing on the first time. I never doubted myself. I never spoke negative. Like, no, I was passing on the first try, period. I really buckled down studying from September to October. By the grace of God, I passed on the first try. It was kind of difficult, and I had paid for the official practice test. If you know anything about ASWB, they have an official practice test, and I passed that. When I got into that test, it was so different. I don't remember none of the questions like that. I don't have any information that I could provide you because it's been a year. And even when I tried to think about it, when I had first passed, I couldn't think about everything that I had saw on the test. So I'm sorry, I am not any help when it comes to that. What I am help when as it pertains to the test is that you need to speak positive at all times. You'll never feel like you are done studying. There's so much information. You don't know what's going to be on your test, so just study. And when you feel that peace that you're ready to take it, be okay with that. I personally felt like setting a date helped me because I felt like when I was just studying just free and willy-nilly, it didn't give me anything to look forward to. With the test date being set, it's like, okay, you have a deadline, and so it put that deadline there. So I would say set a date. That's the advice that I can give you as it pertains to the test. Speak positive, pray, believe, never doubt yourself, never say what if. Don't even have no plan B. You're gonna pass them first time. That's my mindset. That's my mindset. And so where am I now? If you've been following me, you know, even on social media, you know that my life has felt like a transition. Okay, I felt like I'm always transitioning, and I know that at this age we're growing, we're learning, like we're entering adulthood. We're trying to find our way as adults without our parents or guardians or whoever we're used to doing life with. And I have worked for CPS, and I've also worked with youth in a wraparound program. That's what I've done so far as it pertains to social work. I am about to get ready to prepare my mind to start gearing towards getting my LCSW. It's time. I took a year off. Like I was always in school. Like I was always learning something or doing the next thing. And so this first year I didn't like immediately start to try to do my LCSW stuff. It's time to do that, definitely. I have been making sure that I'm not putting unnecessary pressure on myself, because sometimes I feel like I should be further along, and it's like, girl, you've only been licensed for 1 year, you're not behind. And so I've been doing my best to just like focus on and reminding myself that I'm okay. Like I don't have to keep up with what everybody's doing. My timeline is not everyone's timeline. And so that's where I am. That's my 1 year update. I just thought it was befitting to see, you know, where I am. A lot has changed. Things have happened. Transitioning is continuing to happen for me. And I'm just really just trying to find my way. And I would just encourage you, like, if you're my age, I'm 25, I'll be 26 in 3 days. You are not behind. Stop feeling like you should be further ahead. Like we're just new out here. Like we like toddler adults, okay? We just hitting this thing, and like we don't have to be perfect. And so I would say continue to strive, continue to work hard for what you want, but please do not beat yourself up. And so if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you can relate, if you have any tips, advice, comment below. If you feel like another social worker could have this video and it would encourage them, share it. Don't be selfish. And if you haven't subscribed, hit that button. And until next time, I'll see you later.